Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to be discussing with you what the best money management system is for 2021. Now, if you're like most people, you're going to fall into one of three categories for how you currently manage your money. The first type of person literally has no money management system. And typically, there are two types of people that fall into this category. One are just average, ordinary people who just haven't taken the time to really dial in their money management system. These people typically have a lot of debt and don't know whether or not their debt is going down or increasing or where the current standing is on a lot of where their money's going. The other type of person is the uber rich person, someone who makes a lot of money every month and really just doesn't have to sit down and go through all the monthly figures in order to keep their money management system on point. The second type of money management system is my preferred method, which is the savings goal method. This is where you have a savings goal every month, and as long as you are able to meet that savings goal, you know that your monthly budget is more or less on point. The third and final method, which is actually the best method, is having an actual monthly budget. Actually going through every month and auditing each category of your expenses and making sure that you are not overspending in any category. This is the most precise way to manage your money and actually know where your money is going. Now, here's an interesting question though. Have you ever done a monthly budget audit? And the reason why I ask that is because a lot of people have not. A lot of people kind of have an idea of where their money is going, but when you really get down to it, they don't have their budget dialed into where it needs to be in order for them to win with their money, in order for them to make the most out of the money that they have coming in. So, can you guess what your biggest expense is? Now, I bet you that I can guess your biggest expense without even looking at your budget right now. And what I would like is for you to go out, do a monthly budget audit, and let me know whether or not my guess is correct. All right? So, my guess is that the majority of you, your biggest expense is that you are eating your money. Yeah, that means that all the money that you are spending on food is not being tracked appropriately, and I would guess that a majority of your paycheck is going to feeding yourself through ordering out, going to restaurants, and just plain buying everything you can at the store. So, let's look at some general rules of thumb when it comes to your money. Right? If you are able to spend $10 a day for eating, right? Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, $10 a day, you are spending $300 a month. Now that is pretty tough. But think about this. What if you spend $20 a day? Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now you're spending $600 a month on average. But most people are spending closer to $30 a day for their food. $30 a day is $900 a month. And it can get even higher if you consider how often you are actually eating out. How often are you ordering Uber Eats or Postmates? How often are you going to restaurants? If you're drinking alcohol, you have to include tip. I mean, all of those expenses add up, putting you well over $1,000 a month easily on your food. Now, think about how much money you bring in each month. What is your net paycheck after taxes? Now, knowing that number, what would you say you should be saving each month? You know, let's say you make $5,000 a month, and you're like, you know what, I should be at least saving $500 a month when you consider your expenses and your lifestyle. Or maybe you make $8,000 a month, and you're like, man, I should be saving at least a couple $1,000s a month. Well, are you? Are you able to hit that target goal? Do you ever wonder where all your hard-earned money is going? Have you ever looked at your taxes and been like, man, this is all the money I made, but I'm not really sure what I spent it all on? Here is how you do a budget audit. So, a budget audit is a snapshot of your monthly budget so that you can better determine where your money's going. You could use a couple methods, but here are two quick and easy methods so that you can figure it out. All right? Number one is to use an Excel spreadsheet. You can go for free on Google, go to Google Sheets, and create a spreadsheet. You create major budget categories like your living expenses, your car expenses, your food expenses, and you have one section which is how much I think I should be spending a month in these categories. How much do you think, based on your paycheck, how much should you be spending on food? How much should you be spending on clothes or going out? How much should you be spending on gas or SunPass, tolls? Then, throughout the month, you track all these expenses and you put them in the appropriate category. That way, at the end of the month, you can see how close you are to your actual numbers. Now, if you want to use something that's a little bit easier than an Excel spreadsheet, there's an app that I use called EveryDollar. You can go to everydollar.com and create an account for free, and it basically does all of this for you. It has all the categories listed out, and you yourself can go in and put how much you think you're going to spend each month in those categories. Now, if you pay for their premium services, it'll link to your bank account, and then all you have to do is drag and drop the expenses into the appropriate category. Now, if you don't want to pay for it, you yourself can input the transactions, and then you can drag it and drop it into the appropriate category. The advantage of the EveryDollar app is that it shows you how much money you have left to spend in each category. It also shows you how much you have spent in comparison to how much you thought you were going to spend. This way, if you are overspending in things like food or clothes or gas, you can make the mental note and adjust accordingly, or adjust your numbers to better reflect what you're actually spending. Now, the budget audit is a core key element to my financial coaching program. And this is what I do to help my clients make the most of their money. Now, I actually go through their budget line by line and help them find the lost money in their budget. I help them figure out where they're overspending so they can actually make the appropriate changes and actually hit their savings goal every month. If you are struggling in this area, guys, if you're struggling to keep track of your money, if you're struggling to hit your savings goals, if you don't really know where to put your money so that it can maximize your efforts, so it can work for you and actually help you reach your long-term goals, my coaching program is designed specifically for this. Just send me a message. Send me a message and I can help you do your budget audit, help you understand better where your money's going, and see what exactly is missing from your current wealth building plan that is limiting your ability to reach financial freedom. Guys, I hope that 2021 will be the year that you finally take control of your finances and finally move forward with your life. 2020 was a crazy year. I know for myself it was even crazier because I had my injury and I was out for a period of time, but this has been a great learning experience, and I've been working with clients, actually helping them achieve their financial goals and helping them better their lives through their money management system. So if you've been on the fence about reaching out to me, this is a great opportunity for you. I'm taking more clients again. I'll be starting to put more content out as now I can shift my focus from my clients to shifting it back towards helping the general public, general population, and putting out great content that you guys can learn from. So I hope to hear back from you. Let me know in the comments if I was correct about where you're spending all your hard-earned money. What's the biggest spending category for you? All right? Awesome.